Welcome back to Kids Corner with Courtney. We are finishing up our week talking about the Holy Spirit. And so yesterday we talked about what it looks like when the Holy Spirit is at work in our lives. And we were reminded that the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Today we're going to talk about why sometimes those fruit are not a part of our lives and when to pay attention, I guess I should say. So we know that the fruit of the Spirit is like an orange, right? All of the fruit should be growing in our lives at all times. All the different segments of the orange are distinct, they're different, but they should all be growing at the same time. But sometimes certain ones are more withered than others. Here's the reason. Each one of us has been made by God. We have been uniquely created and given a beautiful personality that is good at certain things. And some of those things that we're good at are also fruits of the Spirit because they're a part of the image that God has stamped on our lives. So maybe you are particularly good at being loving, or you're particularly good at being patient. Those things can exist in your life because they're a part of God's stamp, the part of the way that God made you. When we depend on the Holy Spirit, it's not just the God-stamped parts of us that should be healthy and in existence and showing fruit to people around us. It should be even the parts that we aren't naturally good at, that aren't a part of our lives, apart from this Holy Spirit change that we have as we become a believer. This is the problem, guys. When we read a list like the fruits of the Spirit, we tend to say, well, I'm really good at self-control and peace, but I'm bad at joy. That's okay. I'm really good at self-control and peace. That means the Holy Spirit is doing what He wants to do in my life. What we need to see is maybe we're good at self-control and peace because our personality, the God stamp from our beginning, makes those things easier for us to do without God. Whereas joy, if that one doesn't come as naturally for us, is the thing that we really have to be depending on the Holy Spirit in order to have in our lives. So instead of giving ourselves credit for the things that we're naturally better at, we need to look at the fruit of the Spirit that isn't as present in our lives as a reminder not to be mean to ourselves or mad, but to depend on the Holy Spirit, to spend time in prayer, to spend time in His Word, and let the Holy Spirit change our lives.